Now we're going to turn our attention to the 7/7 chord in minor. It functions like the one in major, but it's got some slight differences. So if you remember, I put three flats up here. I'm going to go into C minor. We worked in C major last time. C minor. Remember, there's two ways to find a minor. The relative minor, go down a third. So the same key signature as C, goes C, B, A. We get the parallel, and the relative minor. The parallel minor is you stay on the same note as the major, but you add three flats or take away three sharps. So in this case, we have three flats, and we're now in C minor. Good. So in C minor, we have a 7 chord. Remember, the 7 chord, if you take it in natural minor, we learned this last week, it's just a major chord. It has no function. There's no leading tone. So we take the harmonic minor. We raise the 7th degree, and we create a leading tone. And so we get what looks like the 7 chord in major. It's a diminished chord. And it's very much like the one in major, except that now instead of an A natural, which a major has, this one has an A flat. And that makes all the difference. Because now let's look at that 7, shall we? B natural to A flat. We invert it. I'm going to put the A flat down here to make it easier to see. That's an A flat. Sorry. A flat. To A natural is a half step. To B flat is a whole step. To B natural, that's an augmented second. So when I reverse it, I'm going to get diminished 7. So now it's a whole diminished 7th. Remember in major, we had a half diminished 7th. We had a 7th chord with a minor 7th. This is a diminished chord with a diminished 7th. Fully diminished 7th. It functions just like it does in major. Leading tone wants to go up. The tritone wants to go down. The 7th wants to go down. But because it's flat, it's only a half step away, it goes down even stronger. So that this chord is actually even more powerful than the one in major, which is actually even more powerful than the actual dominant. Very powerful progression. It turns out this chord has some almost magical properties in music. The full diminished 7th chord is really a cool chord. But we're going to save that for next year. We're going to start talking next year about chromatic alterations and what happens. And you'll see that Beethoven just does chains of these or trains of these over and over again. Whole parts of symphonies and piano sonatas are just diminished chords in inversion, because it's just magic what you can do with it. And Beethoven understood that as what gives him so much of his power. But that's for next year. That's foreshadowing. For right now, we just realized that we have to raise that leading tone, and now we have a flatted 7th, and it gives us more powerful projection. Thank you.